Okay, you're young, I get it. But does that mean that you can't be a leader? No. Being young doesn't mean that you can't lead. Leadership comes from within, and then you build it up. It comes from within in the sense that you need to tell yourself that I'm willing to stand up and move and lead by example. No matter your age. Yes, you were young, but as you are young, it means that you have the opportunity of time in your hands. The time to develop, the time to build yourself, the time to become a creative and productive member of society, the time to become a lucrative member of society. You have the time to choose the area of expertise that you want to go in. You have the time to determine which avenue you want to travel in. Is it a spiritual journey in which you lead from the realm of leadership in a spiritual sense? Perhaps in religion, perhaps in factors such as meditation, kinetic studies, knowing yourself, knowing yourself and knowing where you come from. Historical backgrounds that are shone through you. When you look at the past, there are a number of people in South Africa and beyond that died young. Steve Biko died young because he was willing to lead.
At the age of 30, he was just young enough to be acknowledged as the leader of the youth and just mature enough to be able to do so wisely.
And when you look at his journey, you'll see that the leadership started at an early phase in his life. There was purpose behind him leading his peers. So the question is, as a young person, what is the purpose that you are striving towards? What impact and contribution are you going to provide to this world so that you leave the world a better place? As young people, YOLO, you only live once. That doesn't work, guys. If that mentality carries on today, South Africa will not be a country that changes anytime soon. It's because leadership actually starts from the ground going up. The ground in this age mean from your immature, stagnant stage in life. Then you build up your skills of leadership, you read up on leadership, you start managing your time better, you start keeping people in your circle that will benefit your leadership strides. Do not be afraid to put your hand up and lead, regardless of how old you are. Me having this passion to mentor, coach, build people's confidence, lead in so many ways, in so many areas, in so many arenas, be it academia, be it the profession of environmental health, which I'm in, be it in business, where I've tried my hand and delved into several opportunities, be it in taking care of myself, leading by example, so that whatever I utter with my mouth, people can believe it and trust in what I have to say and in what I have to offer. It's critical to show and not tell. It's critical to do. So when I say take care of your health, then I can urge you to say, go subscribe and follow my YouTube channel called Talking Health and Fitness with Les. You'll see that I'm consistent. Every day, every second day, I'm posting a video that relates to health. Be it mental health, where I interview people around mental health, depression, anxiety, suicides, and the like. Be it fitness, where I take on challenges, 100 push-ups a day challenges. So I don't just talk about building yourself up and taking care of your health so that you can live longer, have longevity, and that gives you the opportunity to be impactful for longer. Use up the opportunity as a young person. In 2 years' time, I'll no longer be categorized as youth, right? Because I will have gone beyond the age of 35. So when I look back, I have to look at ubusha bami buhle kanjani. Did I surround myself with the right friends? Did I follow my purpose in life? What impact have I had thus far, now that I'm not considered a young person anymore? What type of journey have I traveled? What influences have impacted me and have transcended me? In other words, as I've gone up, how have I taken people up with me? How have I lifted as I was rising? Key critical questions that you need to ask yourself. Am I living a worthy life? Am I utilizing my time effectively as a young person? Do I have goals, passions, the need to give back that will benefit others beyond me? That's how you build your legacy. Do I have a legacy plan? How am I managing my finances? Do I budget accordingly? Do I spend accordingly? In other words, do I allocate my needs and wants so that they are fitting to the journey that I'm headed towards? Key critical questions that you need to ask yourself. And the more you ask yourself questions, the more you are going to discover who you are and the type of leader that you can become. Read up on leadership related books. Do not be shameful of your journey as a leader. Find mentors and then in turn pass it forward by being a mentor yourself. Ukudlubusha bakho, for me, actually relates to having an impact starting off young so that you build a brand as a leader. Oh, I'm so scared and afraid to see where my journey will be at the age of 50, where my kids will then be teenagers and beyond. I'm so scared to see how far I would have gone, and that's why I'm chasing that specific goal. I want to see how far I've gone because I used up the opportunity when I was young to build up my skills as a leader. I type very fast, so I'm able to be productive at work and complete my work quite quickly. And you know why that is? Because back in tertiary, when we didn't have a computer, every time we had assignments, I had to go to my cousin's place to use his computer, right? Every single time. Every time there was group assignments, for me to hone the skill of being a quick typewriter, whatever the case may be, I actually said that I'll type the assignment for the group. Of course, I was academically inclined as well, so it benefited the rest of the group, right? But as a leader, I took up that position of actually going forward and leading accordingly. As a young person, guys, do not be afraid to take up the leadership space. If you are afraid, you know what's going to happen? You're going to look back 20 years from now and you're going to complain that in parliament it's just old people. You're going to complain that in critical leadership positions it's just old people. But the question is, when you were young, what were you striving towards so that you could change the narrative accordingly? Let's not complain. Let's take up the leadership calls. Let's take up the leadership positions. And let's actually be the example that we want the next generation to follow. I ask again, so you're young, but what does that matter? Be a leader today. It starts with you. Cheers.